In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is Sunday afternoon, 4:46 p.m., and it looks pretty nice out there on the water. It's warm outside. You know, I was actually at a little pool party earlier, and we had one of those little tiny dots of rain come overhead, and it was nice for like 2-3 minutes. It was raining, and yeah, I know people were in the pool and all that, but the rain fell. It kind of got cool. You had the little splashes coming in where we were underneath the little covering, and about 5 minutes later, the sun came out, and it was disgusting as the heat just evaporated everything out. So it got really, really crazy. The crawfish were good. Man, we loaded up down at the Stelly Crawfish Boil yesterday and got to see a lot of great people. What an incredible little reunion that was. I think we had 130 people there, and the weather cooperated. We did have some lightning around, but everything kind of stayed away from us, and it kind of looked like this. And it actually, what happened yesterday was we had enough storm coverage where the clouds came out and they sat overhead after the rain. That's how we do it. When that sun pops out, that's when it gets nasty, and it was very humid today. Not so much yesterday. All right, that's a look out in Alexandria. Looking to the west right now, we have some clouds, just a little fair weather clouds, a couple of showers going on. We do have one strong storm out there in the eastern part of the area. I'll take you in closer and take a look at that in just a second. Tornado watch out in Texas. Severe thunderstorm watches up to the north, as that's where all the activity is. All of this is going to kind of nudge to the south, and then this stuff out west is going to come overhead, and we are going to see just wave after wave of energy. It's tough to time it out exactly, but I think we're getting a pretty good idea on things. So quickly, let's go in and take a look through our analysis mode. We go and analyze the radar, and there is your storm that we have right now off to the east of Alexandria. This one moving up toward Jonesville and Natchez, Faraday, that area. Had a severe thunderstorm out here yesterday that moved more from the west to the east, and this one does not look like it's close to severe limits, as it looks a little weaker right now. But let's pop up that lightning. There you go, lightning storms moving up. If you are, let's see, up toward Jonesville, Harrisonburg, Sicily Island. If you're out that way, you're probably going to run into a little lightning out of this one. Out toward, I believe that's Catahoula Lake. You know, we've got some rain going on out there as well, but most of that's going to be off to your east. A couple of other sprinkles developing out here across Vernon Parish, but not a ton going on today. Not crazy coverage. We had about a 40% coverage in the forecast, and that's about what I think we've gotten so far. So let's go back into the main show. Take a look at temps. If it is not raining where you are, it's pretty darn toasty, 92 degrees. You can see a couple of those little cooler areas out there where we've had these isolated storms popping up. Wind gusts for today mainly going to be gusty near storms. Apart from that, we'll see some gusts up around 20, but nothing quite Nothing terribly crazy here. There goes your outflow off that one round of storms. You can see that thing sinking through, and we're going to see a couple of things come together with this first wave. We have that one outflow kind of backing in from the northeast, another one coming in from the northwest, and a wave of storms coming in out of Texas. And they're all going to feed off of that outflow and run along that and bring us some rainfall. So the evening forecast here, isolated storms in the area. If they are isolated on you, it's a different look as it is here in town where we have nothing going on. 84, 8 p.m., 78 at 11 o'clock, lows in the low to mid 70s. And the next 3 days, we have at least some severe risk, but it's going to be marginal. I think we're going to have a level 1 of 5 in each day, and possibly we see a slight risk materialize in some of these areas as we can kind of see what's coming together with these storms, the behavior of those, and how the atmosphere has been modulated or changed by the last round of storms. Then we'll see where we may get these slight risks. But for most of the area, I think a marginal risk covers it for now, and we'll kind of highlight these as they come through. We'll probably end up under a watch a time or two out of this week, but I think tomorrow at least, I think the worst of this is going to stay to our west, but it's still going to be pretty busy. Let's just show you the radar, the simulated radar here through the HRRR model. Let's take a look. All right, so first wave of storms is going to, again, there's your outflow off that first one. We have this next wave that's coming in from the northwest, and that's going to bring us a broken line of pretty strong storms, maybe a severe storm mixed in with that one. After this moves through, kind of clears us out, takes away that instability, and then we wait until Tuesday morning for the next round. So I think tomorrow, it's late morning until early afternoon where we have the best chance for storms. I think Tuesday we wake up to a round of storms. That's the way it's looking right now. So then that comes through, and we most likely kind of clear out behind that, and then we wait until Wednesday. That's the limit of that model. It goes 48 hours. We can't go much further on that. We can't go any further on that one. So the GFS goes out further than that. Let's take a look at this. It shows tomorrow's threat, again, right around noon, 11 o'clock. That's when that round of storms comes through, and then the next one coming through Tuesday morning. So we're we're kind of lining models up here on the timing. I think Tuesday morning we get that round to come through. Does it trail behind that Tuesday afternoon? Do we see regeneration of these storms? It's possible. We're going to, again, have to wait and see on that one. For Wednesday, it looks like more of a late morning, early afternoon kind of deal as these storms are going to roll through. And then Thursday, I think we're looking at an afternoon to evening type thing. So again, 4 rounds of storms. Maybe we mix in a fifth. Going to be a lot of rainfall. Then that front settles through on Friday. And as that happens, you can see the greens and everything kind of push out of here. And we keep the rain chances a bit lower. I'm going to keep rain chances in for the weekend because this is one model. Ensembles still do show that front trying to linger across southern parts of the area. So we're going to be watching that. In general, 2 to 6 inches of rain. That's my forecast. Isolated higher totals are possible if you get a few of these storms to come overhead. And you have, if you're in one of those places where these storms train across, yes, you could see more than 6 inches, but I think that's going to be more the exception than the rule. I think in general, most of us get about 2 to 6 inches of rain out of this week. So if you needed some rain, we've got it for you. If you need it to stop, you got to wait until the weekend, I think. So it is going to come here through the week here. Thunderstorms, 80% chance tomorrow. I'll go 70 on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I could see these coming up into that 80, 90 range. Friday's kind of the crapshoot. Is this going to, are we or are we not going to see rain here? So we went with the coin flip, 50%, everyone's favorite. 30% on Saturday, 20% Sunday. Highs below 90 as we walk into June here. So looking good there. Overnight lows even down into the 60s, but unfortunately, we're losing our blue. We had that blue over us for so long, and I think we are still going to see, again, as these things move forward, we're going to change the pattern and everything, but I think temperatures near normal on the average, upper 80s, maybe some mid 80s to start the month, and then as we get in toward June 6th, 7th, 8th, things are probably going to start to warm up a bit. So that's going to, again, we're looking at an average over the week here, and in this case, that average over the week looks like it is going to be close to normal. I think we start off cooler, we end a little bit warmer, and then we have a lot of rainfall possible once again beyond our 7 days. So after that front moves through, we could see that front come back to the north as a warm front. All that moisture comes in. We will be watching things, but I think we stay pretty active to start the month. Fortunately, I don't see any tropical issues. Hurricane season starts June 1st. I think what we're going to see here is a lot of scattered storms, a lot of those waves of energy that we get that come through this time of year. Plenty of instability, not a ton of wind shear, but that means we're going to see a lot of thunderstorm activity and possibly some isolated severe stuff as well. Coastal parishes, yes, it is going to rain. So coastal parishes looks a little bit better, but I think we're going to see the rain threat linger a little bit longer. You're going to see lower totals down that way, but I do think the rain threat lingers a little longer because as that front moves south of us here in central Louisiana, still has to get off the shore, off the coast there, for you guys to see a real benefit to this or the lower humidity, all that kind of thing. So I think the threat for rain probably lingers into the weekend down that way. But I'm going to get out of here. Hello, John Lee. I'm not leaving because you're here, I promise. I missed you this morning. I hope you guys are having fun wherever you are. But I will see everyone back here tomorrow morning, my regular time. I guess this is my regular time on Sunday. But have a great weekend. I'll be, I know tomorrow's Memorial Day, but it's another day of work around here, and I will be doing that, and I will see y'all here. We'll be talking about the thunderstorm threat for the week. We've been doing this for a while, and we'll talk about any severe threat that should materialize for tomorrow as these roll through by late morning. I will see you then.